Welcome to the Easton Community Access Television and the Old Time TV Show.
An eclectic collection of classic comedy, drama, and variety shows. Join us as we travel back in time to the earliest days of broadcast television. And now, on to the show.
Hello and welcome to the Old Time TV Show. For this month, we are featuring the anthology series 4-Star Playhouse, which ran from 1952 to 1956. This show featured 4 rotating actors, Charles Boyer, David Niven, Ida Lupino, and Dick Powell. The premise of the show was that these actors would take turns as the lead of an individual episode. One episode would feature Niven as the main actor, while the next would star Powell. Unlike most anthology shows, 4-Star Playhouse was not limited to a single genre, as the episodes ranged from surreal mysteries to lighthearted comedies. So sit back and enjoy this month's old-time TV show. This is 4-Star Playhouse.
It's really nice to see you back again.
Well, I had a lot of fun and some excitement. I've been away far too long, and I'm happy to be home. And alive to tell the tale.
And you're just the man who can tell one. But you're not home yet. Paris isn't London.
Well, it's closer than Singapore or Batavia.
Did you find some new stories?
Mm-hmm. Met some new people. Learned to be more tolerant of them. I was encouraged by the goodness of my fellows and not too distressed with their badness. You know, Laura, I found there's not so much difference between the good and the bad as the moralists would have us believe.
My, you have come back mellow. What does it feel like to be famous?
I've been asked that question before, and I've never quite known how to... Excuse me, Laura. We were saying...
No, I don't blame you. She's very attractive.
Yes, she's more attractive than ever.
You know her?
I knew her in London, yes. She was Mrs. Livingston's governess.
Governess? Oh, impossible. This completely changes my ideas about governesses.
Well, a great deal can happen in a couple of years. And with Joan Robinson, a great deal happened in one evening.
And, of course, you were there?
As a matter of fact, I happened to be there.
You usually do.
It was one of Edith Livingston's brassy dinner parties. She made it impossible to refuse her, but I didn't flatter myself she wanted me for myself alone. She simply needed an audience for her guest of honor, who on this occasion happened to be Count Borselli, one of the world's leading authorities on precious jewels. How Edith got her claws on him, I never knew. I'm not sure he did either.
But I must say, I had presence of mind in the emergency, and after all, she's fairly presentable, poor thing. She's over there by the fireplace.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, very generous of you. Well, we needn't worry about Miss Robinson. I've given her precise instructions on her conduct tonight, and I put her next to Colonel Morley. You know, he's stone deaf, so... Oh, the Count's here. Count Borselli.
Mrs. Livingston.
Mr. and Mrs. Lancaster. And, Mrs. Chauncey Bodine and Alex Hughes.
How do you do?
Colonel Morley and Mrs. Harris. Count Borselli.
Shelley? Never read him. Kipling's more my taste. By the old bull mine pagoda looking lazy to see. There's a Burma girl set...
So pretty, darling. You must remember to tell us the rest later.
Huh?
Oh, yes. This is Miss Robinson, our governess. She's filling in for a guest who became ill at the last moment. Aren't you, dear?
Miss Robinson.
How do you do? Count Borselli, if you please. Stella, this is Count Borselli, Mrs. Charlton.
Delighted to meet you, Count.
Delighted to meet you, Mrs. Charlton.
And Peter Jeffries.
Count Borselli.
That's your governess over there, isn't he? Sweet of you to have her to the party.
It's so refreshing to meet all kinds of people, I always say.
Thank you, dear. One does one's best. Lydia couldn't come, you know.
She's a mouse of a thing, isn't she?
Rather a pretty mouse, I'd say.
Such a depressing middle-class gentility about governesses, don't you think?
Yeah, maybe so. But if that lady represents middle-class gentility, it is interesting that she should be the one to wear a string of pearls worth at least 50,000 pounds.
50,000?
Oh, but of course you're joking, Count.
Did you say 50,000 pounds?
Oh, there must be some mistake. I mean, I know you should know if anybody does, but it's impossible. Forgive me for saying this, but are you sure?
Well, how can one be sure of anything in this uncertain and capricious world? I beg your pardon, Miss Robinson. May I examine your pearls more closely?
Yes, of course.
You are right, Mrs. Livingston. I was mistaken.
I felt sure that you must have been.
I said they were worth 50,000 pounds. They are worth at least 60.
What? Miss Robinson, where did those pearls come from?
Well, I don't remember where I bought them, Mrs. Livingston, but I assure you I didn't pay £60,000 for them.
I've not seen pearls like those since I appraised the Duchess of Melford's 10 years ago. They are not only perfectly matched, but very, very old.
But I don't understand. I mean, they couldn't be.
Oh, Miss Robinson, Count Borselli ought to know. What I'd like to know is how you...
Dinner is served, Mrs. Livingston.
May I take you into dinner, Miss Robinson?
Thank you very much.
£60,000 in my house. On her neck.
There was no doubt about it. Edith's party was already a huge success, and Count Borselli deserved all the credit. His astonishing appraisal of Miss Robinson's string of pearls sparked a conversational fire which raged rampant throughout dinner and continued undiminished afterwards.
And if she'd stolen them, she'd hardly wear them in public.
Work as a governess.
I just can't explain it.
My dear, isn't it obvious? I watched her closely all through dinner. Nobility.
Nobility? You really think?
Of course. Impoverished aristocracy. Working incognito. Scantily hanging on to the last vestige of her former life.
Oh, it hardly seems possible. And yet...
Now that I think of it, the girl's nose is rather Romanoff.
Oh, I couldn't agree with you at all. Not at all, Della. As a matter of fact, her likeness to the Austrian branch of the Habsburgs is simply amazing. I should know. I saw a great deal of the Duchess of Freisberg, that son of 25 in Vienna. I could tell you a few things about Liz.
Yes, dear, we know. But the girl had no accent.
My dear, with their education, they never do.
As I was going to say, I met her aunt that year.
Her aunt?
Yes, the Empress Frederica, of course. Spoke the most beautiful English and was famous for her pearls, not to mention...
Oh, Count Borselli, tell us, what is your opinion?
I should say that she was English.
English?
Well, there is the English type found in the Hesse-Battenberg line of the German Duchy of Salzburg.
Prince Albert's family, of course. Great Scotch, I believe you hit it.
Imagine, right in your own house, Edith.
Well, she did have awfully good references.
How brave. To keep the pearls, despite her difficulties, think of her feeling for them.
Well, think of Peter's feeling for them. He'd been out there in the garden with that girl over half an hour.
Isn't it romantic?
As the evening wore on, it did seem as though we were all in on the birth of a romance. The continued absence of Joan and Peter left no question about that. The only question remaining was, when was Colonel Mornay going to run out of Kipling ballads?
Good night, Miss Robinson. It's been a great pleasure to meet you.
Oh, must you go so soon?
Alas, yes. It is already past midnight, you know.
Past midnight? How wonderful.
What is so wonderful?
Well, here I am, and I still haven't turned into a pumpkin. It's been such a lovely party, Mrs. Livingston.
Glad you enjoyed it, darling. And if you're too tired, don't give a thought to the children tomorrow. I'll have one of the maids take them to the park.
Good for you, Mrs. Livingston. Then may I call on you tomorrow, Joan?
But if it's all right.
Oh, but of course. Do come, Peter.
Well, good night, Mrs. Livingston.
Oh, Count Borselli, must you go?
Mrs. Livingston, this has been a most enjoyable evening for me.
It must have seemed quite like a busman's holiday to you, Count, discovering those pearls.
Ah, yes, the pearls. But then, their great value is only a faithful reflection of the lady who wears them.
Yes.
Good night, Mrs. Livingston.
Might as well be having lunch alone. A million miles away, Joe. What happened last night?
Oh, I'm sorry about that, Robert.
You don't look too sorry.
Well, I didn't want to break our date, but, well, Mrs. Livingston asked me to do her a favor.
She pay you for it?
Oh, now, Robert, don't be silly. Matter of fact, I had a wonderful time. You won't believe this, Robert, but there was a man there, a Count Borselli.
Count?
And you know, the most curious thing happened.
Look, Joan, don't let these snobs turn your head.
Robert, why are you so cross today? I'm only trying to tell you I had a most lovely evening. And I thought you might be interested to hear about it. I can't quite explain it, but...
Then let's forget about it. Look, Joni, don't change. I like you the way you are. Pick you up at 7:30 tonight. Movies?
Well, I'm sorry, but I can't.
Why?
Well, I'm going out with a young man who was at the party.
Oh, so that's it. Well, if you prefer that type to me, I suppose it's your own affair. If you want to go out with somebody you've only met for 5 minutes, well, it's up to you, I suppose.
No, but I've never seen you act like this before. You're green-eyed with jealousy.
Jealous? Me jealous of somebody like... Oh.
May I assist you, madam?
Well, I wondered if I might have these appraised.
Why?
Well, I wanted to know.
But they're nothing. They're not worth 15 shillings.
Yes, that's what I thought. That's just about what I paid for them.
Well, then why did you ask me?
I wanted to be sure. Only now I don't understand it at all.
After that surprising evening at Mrs. Livingston's, Joan Robinson began to lead a charmed life. To the sentimental admiration of everyone, she kept her position as governess in the Livingston household, although she was invited everywhere. Joan was a smashing social success. She was rushed in the grand manner by all the eligibles, but it was Peter Jeffries in the lead all the way. As for Joan herself, she took it in her graceful stride. If it were really all a dream, she had obviously decided to enjoy it to the fullest. And after all, Peter Jeffries was real.
Do you believe in stars, Peter?
I don't see any at the moment. But I have a notion they're still up there.
Oh, I don't mean that. I mean, do you believe they have something to do with our lives?
I don't know. I haven't gone in much for that sort of thing.
Neither have I. But after what's happened to me, I'm beginning to wonder.
What's happened to you?
You know, somebody couldn't come to dinner, and I wore a string of beads, and, well, look what happened.
You still haven't told me what.
Everything.
That includes me?
Of course. Most of all. Darling, that made everything perfect.
What was wrong before? Except for the fact I hadn't kissed you yet. And that was something I was leading up to cautiously.
It isn't that. You'll think I'm very silly. But every time I've seen you since the first, I've worn the beads. Except today. And I've been worried about it ever since I discovered I didn't have them on.
What have the beads got to do with us?
Well, I'm not really superstitious, but they must have a magic. They changed everything. I'd understand if they were really worth all that money, Peter. But you know they're just an ordinary string of beads.
Yes, I know, darling. And as I've told you, it doesn't matter to me whether they're worth 1 shilling or £1,000,000. They're precious because you're precious.
You see? That's what I meant. They do have a magic.
I've never met anyone like you, Joan. You're a storybook girl.
No story. I'm just me, Joan Robinson.
I keep wondering what you must have been like as a child, and I think I know. See if I'm right. You lived in a very large house with many rooms and long, dark corridors. And although there are many people around you, you're always alone.
How did you know?
I didn't. But it's not too difficult to imagine what it must be like to be a little princess in a gloomy castle.
You're very sweet, Peter, but you're all wrong. Even though I did live in a large house with many rooms and dark corridors and lots of people, and I was always lonely. But you could never have called Dunbridge Orphanage a castle.
Orphanage?
Until I was 16.
Well, if that's your story, you were right to it.
Sorry, Peter. I'm not a woman with a past, but I am a woman with a job.
Oh, don't go.
Oh, I really must. Mrs. Livingston's been very sweet, but I don't like to take advantage. Anyway, I should get back to the children's baths and supper, especially if we're going to the theater tonight.
I must say, I admire you. The way you're carrying it off.
What do you mean?
All right, let it drop. You're plain, ordinary, everyday Joan Robinson. But if this is magic, I'm under the spell myself. Bye.
Joan!
Oh, Robert, you startled me.
I did I? Well, let me tell you something. I'm not half as surprised as you are. I could see the whole thing in your face the day of that party.
Robert, let go of me. You have no right to talk to me like this.
That's right. I haven't any right. And what's more, I don't want that right.
Look, Robert, can't we talk about this some other time?
There isn't going to be any other time for you and me. You've got yourself a proper playmate now, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Really, there's no need to be offensive.
I'm sorry for you, Joan. But I'm glad for me, because I wanted a girl that's settled down, that isn't grabbing for more than she's got.
I hate to hear you talk like this, Robert. We've been friends for so long, and...
I hate to see you play the fool. Oh, look, Joan, you're a nice kid, but you're reaching far beyond your class, and one of these days you're going to come a cropper before you know it. When you do, maybe that'll bring you back to your senses. If that happens, let me know.
Just a moment, if you please, Miss Robinson.
Yes, Mrs. Livingston.
Well, after all I've done for you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't you, indeed? Well, perhaps you'll understand this. You're discharged, Miss Robinson, and without a reference.
But why? What have I done?
Of all the cheap, devious tricks. Deliberately letting me think what you wanted me to think.
Think what?
I had a man out here from Brandon's today to design a new clip for me. I thought he might be interested in seeing your precious pearls.
You mean you went into my room?
He laughed at me. Not worth 15 shillings, he said. Not 15 shillings! And you knew it all the time.
I never said they were worth anything.
With every look, every gesture, you made us think you were nobility.
Nobility?
Impoverished but gallant, hanging on to your last heirloom worth £60,000.
I never said that. Count Borselli did.
Oh, just wait until Count Borselli hears about this. You're a little cheat, that's what you are, and I'll expose you. I'll tell him everything.
You won't have to, Mrs. Livingston. I'll tell him myself. And despite the fact that I told the truth, everybody believed you. And because they did, it was assumed that I was something that I wasn't and never pretended to be. Now they call me a cheat and a liar. Who cheated? Who lied? You knew they were just an ordinary string of beads, Count Borselli. I don't know why you did it. It doesn't matter now, but you must be very satisfied. Your hoax was a huge success.
Miss Robinson, just a moment.
No.
Please.
All right. Why did you do it?
Whim, if you will. The party seemed dull, the people pretentious. And their attitude toward you left much to be desired.
And your attitude towards me, was that any better? If it was such a good joke, couldn't you let me in on it? Perhaps I might have enjoyed it, too.
You seem to be enjoying yourself very much that evening, Miss Robinson. We both knew it was an illusion, didn't we? But then, what else is happiness? Now you're furious with me. Ah, well. I wish I could undo the mischief. I shall, of course, explain everything to Mrs. Livingstone.
It's a little late for explanations.
Well, then, at least let me make some small reparation by asking you out to dinner tonight.
Thank you very much. I already have an invitation for tonight. Goodbye, Count Borselli. Peter, I'm so glad you're here.
Where else should I be? I must say, darling, your call was very mysterious. Why Claridge's? I planned we'd dine at the Empire Room, and then well, you're not dressed for the theater.
Peter, I've been fired.
Good. We'll have a drink to that. Relieves an awkward situation, you know. Very gallant in all of you, but really unnecessary under the circumstances.
The circumstances are why I was fired.
Darling, don't give it another thought. It's not worth it.
But I have to think about it. What am I going to do now?
Marry me.
Oh, Peter, darling.
Well, I'll admit it's a reckless move, financially speaking. But perhaps we could pool our resources and honeymoon in Biarritz for a month or two, and, well, after that, something's bound to turn up.
I haven't even accepted you yet, and we're already in Biarritz. Well, I haven't much to contribute to the pool. Small wardrobe, shelf of books, and all.
Don't forget the famous pearls.
Oh, yes. They might buy us a cup of coffee.
Not that I'd want you to get rid of them, Joan. I know how you feel about them. They must mean a great deal to you.
I wish I'd never bought them.
Well, of course. You bought them?
Yes. I wish there'd never been a Count Borselli either.
Oh, wait. Too fast, Joan. What about Count Borselli?
You know. You were there. But then if it hadn't been for him, I wouldn't have met you. And that was worth a lot more than 15 shillings.
15 shillings? But Borselli's an authority.
He also likes to have his bit of fun at other people's expense.
Fun? And you mean the pearls are really only worth 15 shillings, huh? Yes, that's very funny. Upon my soul, Edith must be in a state of coma.
Well, Peter, it really isn't that funny.
Joan, you mean all that poppycock about the orphanage was true?
Of course. Didn't you believe me?
Well, Joan, after all...
You didn't believe me. And why didn't you say so?
My dear, if nothing else, I hope I'm always a gentleman. If a lady chooses to tell a fanciful tale about her past, I'm certainly not going to contradict her. Look, Joan, I'm sorry I laughed out of turn. I know how you must feel. It's all utterly ridiculous, and Borselli should be put on the rack for a trick like that. But imagine me, taken in like all the rest.
No, Peter. The only one who was really taken in was me. This is the Livingston residence. Whom did you... Oh, it's you. But you know exactly how I feel. Well, there's no need to apologize. You obviously meant what you said. But what more is there to say after what's happened?
But apparently there was a great deal more to say, because it was a fairly long telephone call. And a very important one, too. It's what is sometimes known as the 11th hour reprieve. Of course, that all depends on what you call a reprieve. Waiter.
I'm not moving from this spot till you finish your story.
Oh, but I have. Obviously, she married him. A trite, happy ending. It's only the unhappy stories that are worthy of comment.
Which man?
You mean to say you don't know which man it was?
Well, Peter wasn't a bad sort, really. And after all, he did propose. But then a steady fellow, that Robert. He was right. He called the turn on her, but...
Laura. There's your answer.
Count Borselli. Well, after all, he started it. I suppose he gave her the pearl she's wearing as a wedding gift?
No, it's the same ordinary string of beads that started it all. She's rarely seen without them. Of course, their value has increased enormously if you measure it by the happiness they brought her. You see, Laura, all value is relative. Fame, fortune... Yes, so that's the answer.
To what?
Well, to the question you asked me half an hour ago. What does it feel like to be famous? I couldn't think of a reply at the time, but now I have it. It's like having a string of pearls given you. It's nice. But after a while, if you think of it at all, it's only to wonder if they're real or cultured. Let's go, shall we?
Niven. Ida Lupino.
Vivian, over here. What's the occasion?
Do I need an excuse to visit the man I love?
Never, but I sent you home an hour ago.
But your brother is back.
George? So soon?
Yes, he's waiting for us at the house.
Oh,
my lamp.
Did I break it?
No.
Well, I guess that did it.
Doesn't matter. It's only an old kerosene lamp.
Better take my hand. One of the advantages of being blind, you can see just as well in the dark. Let's sit down for a moment. Now, what is it, darling? Something to do with George's trip. He has found another doctor, hasn't he?
Yes, Carl. A Dr. Patera. George brought him back with him.
Another one. There is always another one.
But this isn't like the others. This time, George has great hope that Dr.
With each
Patera
new doctor, George has great hope.
Didn't you have, Carl? Didn't you ever?
Not for a long time now.
If you're not going to allow yourself to hope...
Vivian, I can't be disappointed. I've thought it over again and again, very carefully, very soberly. And I'm not going to tie you down to my little world here. This retreat I have fashioned for myself, this house, these woods, they may be all right for a blind man, but...
Carl, we've settled all this.
For a person with eyes. I can only guess at it, of course, but I know it would soon suffocate you.
I've always heard that the groom-to-be gets frightened just before the wedding date approaches.
It's no good, Vivian. Shut off from the rest of the world with a half-man. A lover who can't even see your loveliness.
Carl,
A man who can't...
They're waiting for us.
All right. Let's get it over with.
These romantic writers, they seem to think life is some sort of light-hearted game.
But you know differently, don't you, Doctor?
Only too well, Mr. Barry.
George?
Here. Carl, this is Dr. Petiera.
George, you never give up, do you?
I promise you this is the last.
Does it mean that you have finally found the miracle worker again?
Perhaps we had better establish at the outset, despite your brother's apparent faith in me, I am not the miracle worker.
That's refreshing.
I have been called other things, though. Mountebank, charlatan, money grubber, faker. I could go on almost indefinitely.
But you are none of those things, are you, Doctor?
Perhaps not all of those things, Mr. Barry.
Your sherry, sir.
Oh, thank you, Archie.
Dr. Petiera's methods are not orthodox, Carl. Most important physicians laugh at him and refuse to believe in his cures.
But he has succeeded in many cases just like yours. Other people who were blind since they were born.
I've seen some of these cases with my own eyes.
It is gratifying to find such loyal support in a colleague, but I am not prepared to say I can cure your blindness, Mr. Barry. Not until I have examined you.
Preparing a way out already, Doctor?
Carl, Dr. Petiera didn't come all this way just to be insulted.
Oh, your brother's cynicism is quite understandable. And in case you are wondering, Mr. Barry, I am getting a handsome fee for my trouble.
You know, I think I like you, Doctor. Shall we get the examination over with? So you can collect your fee and go back home?
With your assistance, Doctor. All right, Doctor.
I'll open the windows, get some air. Well, you are keeping my brother and Miss Ellington in an agony of suspense, Doctor.
It is up to you, but I may not be taking the trip back home as quickly as you expected.
Come now, what do you mean? What do you mean it's up to me?
I mean, I believe I can cure your blindness. But you are, of course, unaware of what it means. The idea of seeing again for the first time in your life. You have made a cozy little nest here for yourself. I suppose in some ways you are happier than many of us who have had our sight since birth. You have what all of us are after. Security and a kind of peace. That peace and security can be shattered.
It seems to me you do protest too much, Doctor.
Many of us live in fear of losing our sight. I think perhaps you are afraid of gaining yours. And there are other considerations. The operation will be an extremely painful one. There are no opiates I can administer for this kind of surgery.
I'm afraid that's right, Carl.
Also, there will be a tediously long and difficult post-operative period. The patient will have to lie in bed almost immobile for at least 3 weeks. And no matter how successful the surgery is, there is still one big question mark. The true condition of the inner eye.
Just what are you trying to say, Doctor?
It is possible that Mr. Barry will have his sight for only a few moments, then lose it again, permanently.
Always a joker in the deck, eh, Doctor?
That's why it is up to you. You cannot begin to realize what temporary sight would mean to you. A chance only to learn what you are missing by not being able to see.
Yes. A sort of exquisite torture designed to last a lifetime.
Exactly. If your eyesight should fade in those first few moments, nothing on earth will be able to restore it. But of course, it may not fade. The operation may be a complete success. I can guarantee nothing.
Vivian.
I was worried about you. Gone so long.
I had a lot of thinking to do.
Of course. And right now, all you can think of is what it'll be like if the operation's not a success.
Won't be a failure either, since there will be no operation.
Why?
He told you why? I've worked out a life out here that is, well, good enough. But if I should get my sight for a few moments and then lose it forever, this life of mine might never be good enough again.
And what about all the years that George spent studying medicine so that he could become a doctor and maybe help you in some way?
I warned him against that. I told him it was hopeless.
You owe him nothing, then?
Yes, of course I do. I owe him a great deal. That's why I'm not going to let him go to the further expense of an operation that would undoubtedly be a failure.
All right, Carl. It's your life. Live it your way. But live it alone.
Vivian, where are you going?
I'm saying goodbye, Carl.
Goodbye?
I'm going to follow your advice. I'm going to find myself a complete man. A man with eyes.
Vivian.
I'm going to find myself a man who can appreciate me. Every morning I wake up and I comb my hair just so. For my lover. I pick out a special dress, just the right color for my lover. And my lover never sees me. I walk through the streets of the town and I feel the eyes of the men following me. And I think, if only Carl could see me. If only I could see that look in his eyes.
Yes. Just to be able to look at your face. Even for a moment.
Oh, no. It didn't matter that the man I loved was blind. He loved me even though he couldn't see me. That's better than all the staring eyes of all the men in the world. Darling, don't you understand? Now there's a chance. If only a chance. And you're afraid. You're running back to this little world of yours. Oh, darling, don't you understand?
Yes. Yes, I understand. If I let Michela go now without trying, I'll regret it for the rest of my life.
Yes, Carl. Oh,
Well, they're waiting for us.
I'm not so sure this operation won't be a mixed blessing for me.
For you.
Yes, you don't know what I look like. You're perfectly satisfied now, but...
That's one thing I'm certain won't be a disappointment.
Very gallant. But you have no way of knowing.
That's true. I have no way of knowing what a face, or anything else for that matter, really looks like. I couldn't begin to imagine, for instance, what color is.
Well, color is...
Try blue.
Blue? Well, blue is sort of... blue is a cool color. The various shades of blue.
Cool? Like the breeze in the evening, or the feel of the grass in the early morning?
No, grass is green.
Green?
Yes, green is,
Forget colors. What about shapes, perspective? Look, describe a bird to me. I heard them sing by the hour, and people have tried to tell me what they look like.
Well, there are various kinds of birds, but most birds are small enough to hold in your hand. Their bodies are kind of cylindrical, and they have small heads and bright, sparkling eyes.
Sparkling? Describe sparkling.
Oh, sparkling? Well...
Well, Carl, how do you feel? Are you ready?
Yes, Joel, of course, I'm ready.
Please, keep remembering how very much I love you.
Good morning, Mr. Barry.
Morning, Doctor.
On August 17th, the French emperor, who had arrived at Chalon on the previous day, decided after a council of war to appoint some popular man, preferably Trochu, as governor of Paris. There'll be no more of that.
Oh?
It's high time you learn to read like other people with eyes.
It's a little premature, isn't it? I've still got to wait until tomorrow before that can start happening.
Not premature for someone as clever as I.
What's that?
A set of children's building blocks.
Oh. A sort of braille for the almost not blind. Hmm?
Uh-huh. Clever, hmm? Here's the letter A.
A. You know, I've learned my ABCs as a child in braille. But this is the first time I had any idea what they looked like to you.
And here's the letter B.
It's funny. In many ways, it will be like being a child again.
In many ways, like being a child for the first time.
Good morning, miss. Oh, miss, Dr. Beret was asking about you a moment ago.
Does he want to see me?
Yes, miss, right away.
I will be a moment, darling. George, what is it?
Petira is gone.
Gone?
He left last night. Told no one, just packed his bags and left. Hodgins discovered his empty room this morning.
Gone. Carl, have you told Carl?
He left this. This will come as a great shock to you, and I am truly sorry. However, my sudden and completely unexpected departure should have no effect whatsoever on your brother's chances. A message has been brought to me by special courier. A young man in the city of Marseille is so despondent over his blindness that he has twice tried to take his own life. His father implores me to come immediately on a ship leaving port tonight. Since there's nothing further I can do for your brother, I see no point in denying this urgent appeal.
I don't believe it. He's a liar, a liar.
I admonish you only to wait until tomorrow afternoon before removing the bandages from your brother's eyes. What happens then is up to fortune.
He was. He told us he was a charlatan.
Perhaps this is the truth.
A charlatan, faker, fraud. Running away in the night so that he wouldn't have to face us when we learned the truth.
He knew if he woke me, I wouldn't let him go.
Magnificent surgeon, wonderful man. Courage, integrity. What's going to happen to Carl now? All that pain, his hope so high. I forced him into it. I tricked him into it.
Please, Vivian, let me tell Carl. I think the best thing is to read him Petera's letter. The sooner he knows.
All right. But I want to be there.
What happens then is up to fortune. P.S. You may tell your brother, so that he can keep his concept of me intact, that the gentleman from Marseille has offered a fabulous sum for my services. Your servant, Brewer Petera.
Sounds like Petera, all right. Come now. I seem to detect a strange note in this room. Do you think Petera is not telling the truth?
It's just, we were worried how you would feel about it.
Silly. It changes nothing.
I'm glad you're thinking it this way, Carl.
Now the way to take it. Now, if you'll both be kind enough to leave the patient, it's time for my morning nap. I shall need plenty of strength when these blinkers come off tomorrow.
That's the 100th time you've been in front of that mirror today.
And you? Are you all ready for your brother to have his first look at you?
He won't bother to look at me. And now, if you think your nose is on straight.
On time for the unveiling.
Yes, Carl, we are both with you now.
Are you as frightened as I am?
Well, I'm probably more worried about your reaction to what I'm going to ask both of you to do.
Ask us to do?
I've been sitting in that chair all day, thinking about this. I am frightened. More frightened than I've ever been in all my life.
It's very natural, darling.
I've been trying to find a way to say this, to explain myself without hurting both of you, but, well, I want to be alone when the bandages come off.
Alone?
There's nothing to taking them off. I can handle that easily, but I'm not sure I can handle myself. And, well, when I open my eyes and perhaps see for the first time, Petera was right. This is a very personal thing. I have no way of knowing what I'll do, how I'll feel.
But Carl, that's why you'll need us.
Please try to understand. This is a time for a man to be with himself, his own private thoughts and emotions. Just that seeing the two people closest to me all at once might be too much.
Carl, I think I understand.
Thank you, darling.
If you should find, as Dr. Pettiera said might happen, that you can only see for a few minutes.
If my sight should begin to fade, I'll call you both immediately.
You won't keep us waiting too long.
As soon as I'm ready, I'll call.
See?
Yes. Yes. But it's fading. Where is Vivian? I want to see Vivian.
Carl, Carl.
So beautiful.
But you...
I can see perfectly. And a moment ago, everything was fading. Dr. Pettiera said that if it faded, it was the dusk.
The dusk? Yes, the sun has gone down. You didn't know about night and day. You thought your eyesight was fading.
The dusk. Yes, of course. The darkness wasn't in my eyes. It wasn't in my eyes at all.
Never again. The darkness will never be in your eyes again.
Ben, why do you always want me to fix up someone else's second act? Don't young playwrights ever have first or third act trouble? Hold on, Ben. I've got another call. Hello? Oh, Maggie?
John, the California reviews just came in. I just have to read them to you. Listen to this. Pictures can be better than ever when they are based on hit plays by the brilliant playwright John Bernard. Isn't that wonderful, darling? And then it goes on.
I'm sorry, darling. I've got Ben on the other phone. I'm talking business with him.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, John, before you hang up,
Yes, darling.
have you read it yet?
What's that?
My play. Have you read it yet?
Darling, I simply haven't had a chance. Ben has been pestering me all day about doctoring his new show. I'll try to get around to it.
All right, dear. Maybe we can talk about it this evening. Please don't be late.
No, I won't. Goodbye, darling. Hello, Ben. Yes, that was another youthful playwright. Best part about people dropping in is they're dropping out again.
I know, but they're such clever people. And I thought your best friends.
They are. We should give you an idea of the distance from one star to another.
Why don't you sit down? You've been standing all evening. You must be tired.
Chronically.
You know, you seldom sit when we have guests. Why?
I like to tower above them. I wish you wouldn't crouch at my feet like some faithful cocker spaniel.
Better?
Well, it's warmer.
I'm glad I'm not afraid of you. You know, John, soon we'll be married a whole year. Does it seem that long to you?
I haven't started glancing at my watch yet.
You know, you haven't once told me you loved me. Do you?
Love is a greatly abused word, and frightfully ambiguous.
Why did you marry me?
Because I wanted to. Now stop being emotional and see if you can find my glasses. They've escaped again.
Did you read it, John? Did you read my play?
No, I just glanced through it.
How did it look, just glancing through it?
Well, you know, on the surface, anything can look good or bad, like people. When I have a chance to read your play carefully, I tell you what I think about it. Not before.
Well, maybe you'd have time to read it now.
No, not now.
Well, John, you're just reading.
Maggie, I will decide on the time to read your play. I will not do so with you lurking about, casting furtive glances at my face and frantically reading messages from whatever expression happens to be there.
I won't look. What?
Give it to me.
I know you'll just love it, darling. I'll die if you don't.
Depart, darling. Your enthusiasm is depressing.
Will you call me when you're through?
I'll fire the cannon 3 times. Well, then, what brings you out? I thought nothing could get you away from your home and fire these chilly evenings. Pick out a chair. If you can find something that resembles one, and sit down. Ben, I have something important to tell you. I've been thinking about it lately, and I've finally made up my mind. No, thank you. Go on. What would you say if I told you I've decided to retire? I'd ask you why. Why does any man who is financially able? He's tired. He wants to relax and enjoy what's left of his life. That's any man's reason. Now tell me yours. Is it too much to believe that I can react like anybody else? Am I such a human oddity?
John, as your friend and producer, I've known you too well and too long not to see when something is eating your heart out. Why, man, you're only 45, at the peak of your career. That's the best and most profitable time in any writer's existence. And you're trying to tell me you want to quit? Well, what would you possibly do? I can't see you spending the next 30 years with a fishing rod in your hand. What's the real reason, John? Has it something to do with Maggie?
Why do you ask that?
Because I know you better than you know yourself. I think you're obsessed with the difference in your ages.
I am not. Look, I am conscious of the difference. I'm not obsessed by it. If I were, I would never have married Maggie in the first place. It has nothing to do with that.
But it has to do with Maggie.
Yes. I want to get her away from the theater. She has, well, too many ideas. It isn't good for her.
John, are you afraid of losing Maggie? Do you feel that if you don't get her away, she'll leave you?
What I feel about Maggie is my business, not a subject for general discussion.
Now, look here, John. I have no wish to pry into your private affairs, but after all, I am very closely connected with your career, and I have a right to know what's going on.
You have a right to know as much as I choose to tell you. My feelings about Maggie are very personal, and I don't want to talk about them. Even with you.
All right. But you will come tomorrow, won't you? You haven't forgotten the cocktail party I'm giving for you. A recognition of your 25th anniversary in the theater.
Of course. It would be propitious to announce my retirement.
Good night. Good night.
John, where did you go? Why didn't you tell me you were leaving?
Darling, I'm not in the habit of explaining every move I make.
I'll bet you're hungry. You're always cross when you're hungry.
I'm not hungry, and I'm not cross. Is it all right if I'm just a little tired?
Of course, darling. Sit down.
Now what are you doing?
Well, I thought we could go over my play while it's still fresh in your mind.
Darling, I make enough money for both of us. Why bother?
Do you think it has enough plot?
I'm sure it has.
Do you think the wife is unreasonable asking for an emerald pin?
Any wife is unreasonable asking for an emerald pin.
But maybe the wife...
Darling, please.
John, why do you refuse to discuss my play? Most husbands want to help their wives.
Most husbands are cattle. Enough noise will drive them in any direction.
I just want you to be proud of me. Everyone you know is so clever and successful. They make me feel so insignificant. They're around, I can never think of anything to say. And when I do, it sounds so flat and uninteresting.
They'd never know. They'd never listen to anyone but themselves anyway.
They listen to you.
Ah, they know I would eat them if they didn't. But you have such small teeth.
Don't you believe in women having careers?
A woman's career is seldom more than a full-time job with part-time pay.
You know, I never know when you're being funny or when you're serious.
I'm very subtle. By the way, where is Thomas?
Oh, it's his day off. I'll get it. Oh, hello.
Hello, Maggie. Is John in?
John, it's Nancy Pope.
I know, John. You've told me many times you hate people who just drop in. Well, I've discovered that if I phone for an appointment, you won't give me one. So, a good reporter will go to any lengths for a story.
Reporter? That column of yours is written in blood, not ink.
Darling, you're eternally bitter. Marriage hasn't changed you a bit.
What did you expect? Sanctification?
I haven't seen you two for some time. I've been getting along.
You're always the first to know everything. You tell us.
Later, perhaps. I received an invitation to that cocktail party your producer's giving for you tomorrow. Do you think you'll show up for this one?
He promised. It's his 25th anniversary.
Maggie is still in love with these gatherings. Personally, habitués of cocktail parties have always reminded me of a lot of ants clustered around a spot of grease.
I'll print that.
Please do. It was born to die hideously in your column. You know, this affair might have some interesting elements, however. I plan to make an announcement. Oh. No. No.
So there are other announcements. What?
You know I never give exclusives, Nancy. You'll have to share the plunder with the other pirates.
Why doesn't Bengal do it upright? Give you a gold watch and a dinner party.
John just doesn't like dinner parties.
Oh, I like eating and I like sleeping, but not both at the same time.
Prince of Peasants. Oh, you, working on a new play, John?
That's mine.
Yours, Maggie. How ambitious. Do you plan to excel your famous husband?
I could never do that.
Loyalty. Have you read it, John?
I have.
Well, is it good?
He won't say.
He won't, eh? What's the matter, playwright? You afraid of competition?
Intensely.
I'll read it. And I'll give you a strictly unbiased, strictly honest opinion.
Your opinions are neither one or the other, Nancy. And if you don't mind, I'll handle my wife's career.
Oh, let her, John. I'd like to talk to somebody about it.
Just think, John. In your old age, you'll have someone to carry on your name.
You're much too busy mangling lives, Nancy, to take an interest in amateur playwrights. I'll take the script.
Don't mind, darling. He just wants to keep you in the kitchen, that's all.
You're not leaving with this script.
I want her to read it, John. I'd like somebody to take an interest in my work. You won't. You won't even answer a simple question about it.
Maggie, will you let me handle this?
There's nothing to handle, John. I'll have the script back before you know it. And don't worry, I won't give away the plot. See you tomorrow.
Why are you so opposed to someone wanting to help me?
Maggie, you're acting like a child.
You don't want me to do anything. Why? Are you afraid I'll embarrass you? Is that it? That is it. You're afraid if Nancy Pope doesn't like my play, it'll reflect on you. Well, I hope she does like it and talks to me about it and encourages me. You never have. Never will. I guess everybody was right about our marriage, John. You're too big and important for me. Even on tiptoes, I can't reach your heart.
This is quite a scoop with the drama section. How did it happen?
I had nothing to do with it. John's decision to retire was his own idea. Nobody else's.
How about it, Mr. Bernard? Why are you retiring? Does your health have anything to do with it?
Yes. I want to keep it.
What do you think of all this, Mrs. Bernard?
Well, I'm not sure. This is news to me, too.
You mean you didn't know your husband was retiring?
No.
Why not, John? Don't you think a wife should be consulted about something like that?
A husband's duty is to provide for his wife and take care of her. Hers is to be silent and trusting.
Don't you have something to say about that, Maggie?
Well, I really don't care what John does as long as he's happy.
Well, I don't know about the guests, but the host is thirsty. Do I have company?
I don't mind if I do.
Is Maggie going to be the playwright in the family now that the senior member is stepping down?
Oh, Maggie will be much too busy with me to give a thought to fictitious characters.
I read your play last night, Maggie. Charming. With John's connections, you should get it on the boards next season. Unless, of course, he's afraid of your success.
He's not afraid of anything, are you, darling?
Are you afraid, John?
Of many things. Aren't you?
I brought your play back, Maggie. I'll give it to you before I leave.
Fine.
At least I should get a drink out of this miserable party.
Let's get something to eat. We should be able to get at least an olive out of this miserable party.
You were very rude to her, John.
That's the only language she understands.
She liked my play.
She doesn't like anything.
She said it was charming.
She was getting at me through you.
You don't give me credit for anything, do you? You never discuss anything with me or take me into your confidence. How do you suppose I felt listening for the first time of your retirement?
Well, I thought it would be a pleasant surprise for you. Now we can do anything we want.
Anything you want, you mean. Well, maybe you're retired, but I'm not. I want to be somebody. I think Nancy is right. I think you're afraid of any success I may have. Even jealous.
Jealous? Oh, Maggie, that would require such violent emotion.
Congratulations, John.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations on your 25th anniversary.
Thank you.
This is quite an event. But what is this I hear about your retirement?
Oh, after a few months, you'll be back.
You could never give up the theater.
You're the best friend an actor has.
What is it, Maggie?
Ben, could you use another Bernard in your stable of playwrights?
Another John Bernard? I could use a dozen. What am I saying? There's only one of him, and he's committing theatrical suicide.
Well, I wasn't thinking of John. I've written a play, and Nancy Pope says it's charming, and she'd know, wouldn't she?
Well, I don't know. What does John think about it?
That's just it. He won't say one way or another. I guess he doesn't want me to have a career. Ben, I think John's bored with me. I'm not very exciting or sophisticated. Well, I thought if I could make a success of something, he'd respect me more.
Honey, he married you. That's the greatest respect John Bernard could have for anyone.
Well, anyway, will you read my play?
Gladly. Send a copy over to my office anytime.
Oh, I can get you one now. Nancy brought the script. I'll get it.
I'll invite you both to a party at my house. Starting now. Very exclusive. Just the best people. Us. Not that your party isn't charming, then.
John, have you seen Nancy Pope?
I regret to say I have, over and over again, for the last 25 years.
I've got to find her. She has my script. Ben's going to read it.
Now? In front of all the guests? Are you going to read it aloud to them?
Must you make fun of everything I say?
I can tell you the plot in one revealing sentence. Maggie wants an emerald pin. Oh.
I don't think that was a bit funny.
Darling, now, Maggie.
Don't listen to him, Ben. The only plays he likes are John Bernard's. I'll get the script.
Oh, Maggie, doll.
Come on. Something? No, thank you. Aren't you being a little rough on her, John? Maybe. I keep remembering what happened to Peter Brock. Oh, so that's it. Oh, forget it, John. What you're thinking happened a long time ago. It wasn't your fault anyway, and it ended all right. I'm surprised you let it haunt you this way. It's become an obsession. An obsession? You're too much of a man to duck under the covers of retirement, whatever the reason. John, let Maggie out of your pocket. She won't run away. Give her a chance to be the woman she is. I thought I was giving her every chance. Why do you think I'm taking her away from the theater? Do you think I want to retire? You're making Maggie a victim of that unfortunate experience, and you're making her miserable. Maggie? Miserable? Certainly she's miserable.
Can't you see what you're doing to her? John, let her live her life, not avoid it. Give her a chance to be the woman she is. John, do you remember that line of yours you used to quote so much about being hurt? Being hurt is like getting tired.
Yes, both are inevitable and part of living. Not very original, but I still believe it.
Tell Maggie, your words would be kinder than your silence.
Oh, so as I always say, there's no accounting for taste. Oh, such an awkward child. He should have adopted her, not married her. And you should have read that play. All sweetness and light told in words of one syllable. What John Bernard sees in her is beyond me. He could have had anyone he wanted, and instead he marries this untalented little girl who wants to be a playwright. Why he doesn't tell her she can't write, I have no idea. Maybe he thinks she...
Excuse me. I haven't told my wife she's not yet ready to write a play because I didn't want to hurt her. Of course, I do see now that I have not acted intelligently in trying to protect her as I did, but I thought I had a reason. You see, once, a long time ago, I knew a man who wanted to write more than anything in life, but he had no talent, and I was the one who told him. It nearly destroyed him. I took a vow then never to be responsible for hurting anyone like that again. Oh, yes. You want to know why I married this girl? I'll tell you, because I love her. Because we love each other. Something you would be incapable of understanding. Of course, I'm still a little clumsy at this new part of being a husband. I've been alone too long not to be. But I'll learn. You say she has no talent? True. No talent at all. Except for being a very nice, a very fine person. And that, my dear Nancy, is the rarest talent I know. Come, darling. Let's go home.
So you finally said it.
Said what?
That you love me. And with witnesses, too. In front of all those people.
Don't let it go to your head, Maggie. I merely said it to annoy Nancy Pope. In my coat pocket, there's something for you. Something I forgot to give you at the party.
John! An emerald pin! It's beautiful. Darling, you shouldn't have.
Why not? We can afford it. Now that I'm not retiring.